Hello everyone, it's Kaz again, making war fun. Ever since I've done that stream hunting down pedophiles, I think you know the stream I'm talking about called The Fox Den Time for a Pedo Hunt stream, I had a lot of people supporting me for what I've done, and even went out of their way to give me some interesting material to go after a few individuals, or to respond to certain videos, and in fact, to show how much I care for my audience for giving me such support, I'm going to be responding to this particular video. Given how much of a cringe fest this video is, I think it would be a disservice not to make a video about it, so without further ado, let's get the show on the road.
It's the start of the summer holidays, and for this age gap couple, a chance to unwind.
Oh yeah, everyone, we're going to be talking about this piece of fucking cancer today. So, thanks to a few people, I became aware of this thing called #AgeGapLove, which essentially is started by a company called Channel 5 TV, where what it seems like they do is they spend their time making interviews about individuals who are in relationships relating to age gap. And this happens to be a very infamous video simply for the fact that at least this guy that's dating this little girl, he's like a couple of decades ahead of this girl in terms of age and experience. It immediately comes across to me as a very predatory relationship, but as time goes on, you can definitely tell there's some weird fuckery about. So let's continue on with the video.
Love camping because it's peace and quiet.
And no one will hear my victims scream.
I'm Andy and I'm 47.
And I'm Beth and I'm 19.
Their 28-year age gap may make them look like father and daughter, but they are every bit a married couple.
They don't appear like father and daughter to me. They both look to me like little niece being married by a very rapey uncle. Like, what he did was convince her there was Barbie dolls downstairs in the basement and the rest is history type of thing. I mean, a 28-year gap is a really huge fucking gap, and that's something I don't get about this particular video, is that they're really trying hard to portray this as something that's completely normal and fine. I don't think it really is. This guy has plenty of years of experience, and as an adult like him, he knows the fact that he can easily manipulate a girl like her to do anything he wants her to do. Like, oh my god, Kaz, you need to like shut the fuck up and realize that these little two are married and they're healthy adults and stuff. Like, you need to learn your place, you disgusting piece of shit. Well, no, because if you can clearly look at them, there's clearly something absolutely wrong in this relationship. That although there is a facade being played, you can tell the cracks of that facade is already starting the show. There's something wrong with this particular relationship, and it doesn't come across like they are actually genuinely together in love, or that this was a healthy relationship developed by healthy means. But what do I know, right?
Oh, my dearly beloved is going to set up the doghouse. When I get told off, I'll have to go and live in the tent for a bit.
Andy was originally a friend of Beth's mum, and over the years became close to her children too.
We were all like one happy family, but needless to say, I didn't know that Beth was like getting these thoughts that she wanted me to be a happy man forever sort of thing, you know.
But once she reached the age of 16, Beth wanted to take their friendship to the next level.
Oh my fucking lord, there's a lot to unpack with this one. Jesus fucking Christ. So, this guy became friends with Beth's mom, meaning that he ended up having access to her children simply because of the fact that he was close friends with Beth's mom, obviously. But what also makes me concerned about this is the fact that it took her into the age of 16 to want to officially make this relationship a thing, which would imply that they were fooling around long before she was even of legal age consent. Because if I know right from what I'm searching up, UK's consent laws, they're like the age of 16. That's when you're allowed to consent, from what I can see. I don't know if I'm correct on that. If anyone can prove me wrong, please tell me. But this means that this guy isn't some kind of lovely teddy bear that doesn't hurt anyone. This guy's a groomer. This guy's a pedo. This guy is grooming children. And what's even more disgusting is this little show is trying super hard to make this guy seem sympathetic. Like, holy shit, that's insidious. He's trying to portray himself as someone who has absolutely no control in the relationship, and that's obviously a lot of crock of shit, as far as I'm concerned. Want to see a good example as to why? Just hold on. You'll eventually see later on the video the complete contradiction of his little facade he's trying to play up here.
I was concerned what people would think. 16, 40, it's a big gap, you know, it's a generation gap sort of thing, so it's like What are people going to think?
Oh my god, I'm concerned what people might think of me because they might end up realizing I'm a disgusting freak who groomed and manipulate girls to be the subservient wives to me because I couldn't actually get an actual damn adult to marry worth a damn. Oh my god, ugh. That's what this seems like to me. Just a lot of whining and crying about the fact that it's super obvious that the kind of shit you're pulling here, the kind of shit you're doing here, the kind of disgusting, depraved shit you're doing here, and pretending like you're some kind of more virtuous person because some interview show is giving you the chance to make yourself look like the victim. Oh my god. And calling it an age gap is quite frankly an understatement. The person you have with you is over 2 generations under you in terms of age and experience. And you're trying to play this victim narrative like, oh my god, why I'm concerned what people might think about me. Well, they should have a right to be concerned about you, given how the kind of relationship you've created with this girl, Betty, is a completely one-sided, unhealthy one, while you pretend as if she has more control than she actually does. And people should be concerned about you, since you've created an absolutely unhealthy and one-sided relationship with this girl, while you try to pass it off as if she has more control than she actually does, which is absolutely bullshit, by the way, and I think that's been super obvious to anyone paying attention to this. So yeah, people should be concerned about you. People should be concerned and look into your background and realize, yeah, this person's probably dangerous to my child. I should never, ever, and under any circumstances, let this disgusting piece of shit ever touch my child.
However, when Andy realised Beth was serious, he decided to give this controversial relationship a go.
Oh my days. Right, just leave it. Leave it, leave it, leave it. Getting all aerated with you today. Getting all stressed.
That's not going to work. Is that gonna...
Chill, just chill. Chill. It is what it is. I have.
And once they'd fallen in love, Andy became determined to give Beth everything she had ever wanted.
Wow, a little control freak we are we. Jeez, he's just kind of sitting here like, he's just sitting here going like, get away from me, bitch. You ain't doing what I want you to do. Go back in the kitchen. Kind of proves my point that this guy is having a one-sided relationship. But hey, I don't consider that the least bit surprising. I think it's rather hilarious how he displays that, like the first moment after all these interviews, and he's like, fuck off, wife.
It'll do.
This is Timmy, and he's 2. And this is Conway, and he's 1.
They actually produce children? Oh god. Oof. Oof. Those kids are gonna have a horrible future ahead of them. Chances are they're gonna end up growing up just like that one kid that joins your Xbox Live party, and like you hear from the microphone his parents are having an argument in the background, and his mom is getting the living shit beaten out of her by her dad because she didn't put the right amount of mustard on a sandwich. That's the kind of future these kids get to look forward to, by the way. An abusive pedophilic father that's probably gonna stick his little noodly hole in their doodly bowl at this point. And it's absolutely sad, but this is the kind of shit that happens. Like, look at that guy. He's just fucking eyeing them like they're candy at this point. It's really sad. Ugh, I feel sorry for these kids. Just, goddamn, this is disgusting.
I've always wanted to make a family, or to have a family. So I just thought Andy would be the perfect man to do so.
Yeah, something tells me she's gonna deeply regret backing that particular horse in a couple years' time, but oh well, what can you do, huh? Anyway, I appreciate those of my audience for showing me this particular video in question, as well as other material that I will be attempting to make content on, and a certain little series that's about to come out pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. If you would like to support my channel, please sub to my channel, please follow me on Twitter, Bitchute, Minds, Gab, pretty much anywhere at this point. Since YouTube is pretty much censoring the fuck out of everyone lately and taking down people's channels, I could use all the support I can get, so I appreciate your guys' support, and I'll see you guys next time.